What's up guys, it's Dwayne, back again for another video, back again for a reaction, and today is a great, wonderful, amazing, unique day. Do you know why? Because it's another Finland Day. Finland Day. Weird but genius things in Finnish homes, part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, it's on my channel. Make sure you watch that one, but this is part 2. So without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Guys, it's April 14th and it's still snowing here in Finland. Let's go inside. It's way too cold and snowy to be here.
These homes so beautiful. Clean.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hallway Residence. If you guys haven't got the grand tour of my home, I'm gonna link up here a video that I made just a few months ago giving the grand tour of my Finnish home. And it's crazy, this video in less than 2 months got over 330,000 views, which is actually my most watched video, which is pretty ironic because this channel is mostly about photography, filmmaking, and all things related to the creative business. But for some reason, you guys were very interested about the Finnish home. And that's why I thought I would do part 2 of this series called Weird but Genius Things in Finnish Homes, because there were a few things that I forgot to mention or show to you guys. And well, with all this quarantine, I thought what better way to make a video right now and show off my home again. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the windows.
Can I just say, I can tell he runs a photography and film channel because his quality is incredible. I should probably watch his channel and learn how to make my quality a little bit better. It's probably the camera he's using.
Now, the windows sounds like a very boring thing to talk about, but the reason why I want to talk about this is that when we were living in Australia for 2 years, even though Australia is a very warm country, in the wintertime, it was freezing inside your house. And the reason was that the windows were just single glass pane windows, meaning all the cold air just came in and all the hot air just got out of your house right now. And a lot of people were wondering, how in the world do you live in a cold country like Finland? And the thing is that even though it's freezing outside, even today, April, it's freezing out, but still in my home, it's super warm because we have great insulation, and as well, the windows are like triple paned. Let me show you the windows. And
which is great. It is great. But that is the case with all the countries that are close to the Arctic Circle. Even in the UK, we have double glazed windows and we have very thick walls that insulate homes. But when it comes to the summertime, now that we're going through global warming and the summers are getting hotter, it is unbearable inside a British home because it traps heat within and we don't have air conditioning. So yeah, it's not great. But it's great during the winter.
You'll understand. So instead of just having one window, we actually a lot of times have 2 or even 3 sets of windows. I'm not really a professional at this, but anyway, let's just say that we have well-made windows in our houses to keep the heat in. So yeah, even though it's super cold here in Finland, we always have a warm house to come to, which is really ironic when living in Australia. It was supposed to be a warm country, but then you'd be so cold in the middle of the night or in the mornings because, well, they just weren't prepared for that cold weather. So that's the first thing I want to show about Finnish homes here in Finland. Another thing that really helps for the winter is having heated floors. In our bathroom and also our shower room, we've got heated floors, meaning in the morning when you go to, do your morning routine, your feet are just nice and warm when you're walking on them. Check this out. So here is our bathroom. It's a little bit small, but it does the job. And these floors right here are all heated, meaning you don't have to worry about cold feet in the morning. And the only reason we have this rug right here is probably just because there's a drain right here, so we like to cover up. And also, it does feel nice and soft on the feet when you're standing here. So yes, number 2 on the list about Finnish homes, heated floors. Something you definitely don't want to live without.
We have heated, my parents have heated floors in their conservatory, which is like an extension to the house. And we do have heated floors in the UK as well. You can have them, but I guess they're maybe not as common as maybe in Finland.
When you're living in a cold country. Now we're going to talk about this guy.
The bum gun.
So in every Finnish home, they have one of these guys. And at first, you might think it's just like a little hose, but it's actually a bidet. And I have an interesting story. I remember having a friend who had...
You guys have that in Finland. It's a very Asian, like Asian countries, they have those bidet or bum guns, as we call them in the UK. It's interesting that Finnish people have that. Like, that's part of your culture.
But never actually lived in Finland. He had lived overseas, and then he moved to Finland, married a Finnish girl, and one day he was in the bathroom drinking out of this guy. And his wife goes, "Do you know what that's for?" And he goes, "I thought it's just a hose for drinking." And in that moment when she revealed to him what it's for, he just sprayed the water out everywhere. So if you don't know what this is for yet, it's
that can't be a real story. I mean, come on, it's normally by the toilet. You're not going to be drinking from the hose.
For washing yourself, if you're a female, you know, that time of the month, you can wash yourself. Or if you've taken a poop, you can, instead of using toilet paper, wash yourself with this shower thing. Now, I personally have actually never used it myself. And I think the only handy thing that I can see for this is that you could actually just shower the bathroom floor if you wanted to wash the floors. But other than that, I haven't ever touched this thing. Maybe when we have kids one day, you can just like wash the baby's butt or something with this. I don't know. But every Finnish home has one of these little portable bidet shower things.
Mate, he's missing out. Like, I, from living in Asia, they're everywhere and they're in every home. And at first it was a bit weird. I was like, oh, a little bum gun. I don't know if I feel comfortable using it. Now I'm like, the UK, using toilet paper everywhere to clean your bum. Your bum's never clean properly. When you use a hose, you're squeaky clean. You just need to use a bit of tissue to dry yourself. so much information, I'm sorry. But it's really good. It is really good. So Finland, I appreciate it.
I don't know.
I'd fit right in.
Ladies, you tell me, is this thing useful or not? Because at least as a man,
very
never used this guy. But these are those weird but maybe genius things in Finnish homes. Who knows? Honestly, I've never used it.
He's missing out. I can't believe he doesn't use it.
I think you just turn on the hose and then just press. Look at that. This would be pretty good for water war or something. Okay, enough talking about all this bathroom stuff.
That's ridiculous. Mate, use your bum gun. Sorry, I'm not going to go into detail because it's just disgusting, but use the bum gun. They're the best thing ever.
Let's move on to the next thing. Now, in the last Finnish Homes video, I really wasn't able to show off one of my favorite things about our house, well, because it just wasn't the right season to do it. In the wintertime, you definitely are not going to be out on your patio, but now with spring arriving and soon summer, that means one thing. Let me show you our backyard and our patio. So we have this pretty big patio in the back.
Oh, that's a nice patio.
It extends actually over here too, but right now that's where all our patio furniture is under the tarp for the winter. So it doesn't look too special right now, but just imagine the possibilities on this space. We have the barbecue over here. We're doing our summer grilling. We have our patio furniture here. We're hanging out. And then a lot of times here, actually, I have a hammock hanging out from the back. And then in our little backyard right here, we're often playing croquet. It's not huge, but it's enough space to play a little bit of croquet in the backyard or some lawn games. This is probably the one thing that I look forward to the most when summer comes, just barbecuing, playing lawn games, hang out outside. With the midnight sun out all night long, you can just be hanging out here all night long. Guys, I really hope that winter ends soon and summer arrives. Because
how does that feel, guys? How does that feel to have the sun up the entire winter? Sorry. Have the sun up the entire summer because you guys can stay up. How do you fall asleep? You just go, okay, it's 11 o'clock now, but it's still like really bright outside. I'm just gonna go to my room and close the curtains and fall asleep. Because I think a lot of the times in other countries, the sunrise and sunset really dictates in your body whether it's time to sleep or not. When it goes dark, you feel like it's time to go to bed. When it's bright, it's time to wake up. But obviously in Finland, you have long nights in the winter and long days in the summer. How do you adjust to that? I just find that really fascinating. Let me know in the comment section below.
Well, it's mid-April right now, and it's still snowing. Now, a quick little history for you guys. Before we actually bought this place, we were actually in between two places. We weren't sure if we were going to buy this place or a place down the street. But one thing that really convinced us that we should buy this place was just these small little details that make the place that much more enjoyable. And one thing that we noticed in this place compared to the other place is that they really did a good job about hiding kind of the ugly things in the house but you have to have. And one of those things was the hot water and cold water heating pipes. Now in the old place, in the sauna, they actually had underneath sauna benches these pipes and stuff, so when you walk in the sauna you see all that and you're kind of like, oh, that doesn't look really nice. But in this house there's like a little secret storage where they have all that stuff. So let me show you. You gotta do a little work to get it open, but I'll show you. Now quickly, as you walk to our foyer, it looks just like that there's just some sort of little entrance rug carpet, but let me show you what's underneath. Now you can actually just peel this off and you see that there's this little storage thing right here, and there's a hole right there. It's a little bit, I guess, tricky or tough, but I just use a little screwdriver. And voila! Underneath here,
Wow,
is all the pipes and things that I don't even know what they'll do, but they're all here and they're just hidden from everything. And here you can check how much cold water and hot water you've been using. Okay, I admit it's probably not the most practical thing to open up, but
yeah.
Imagine having all those hot water, cold water pipes somewhere visible in your home, and the fact that they've hidden underneath.
Well, in the UK we have them tucked away as well, but they're normally in like a cupboard rather than in the floor.
That little carpet rug thing, really appreciate that in our home. It's those small little details that make the home a lot more just minimalistic and clean looking. Alright, now on to the last thing that I want to show you in our Finnish home, and that's the front door. In the last video, a lot of you guys were actually commenting that crazy that the door opens outward, not inward. And that's true, I didn't even realize that. But that's not what I want to show off right now. What I want to show you is our lock door system. Now, when you close the door, and instead of fumbling with your keys and trying to lock the door, automatically when you close the door, it locks. I'll show you even just, again, the clicking sound. So when you close the door, you'll hear this clicking sound.
The door does move outwards. I didn't even notice that either.
The lock closing. Now, it's really handy when you're carrying stuff out of the house and you don't want to fumble with your keys trying to lock your front door, but you really got to make sure that you have keys with you because there's a huge chance that you might be locked out of your house. Like what happened to me when I filmed my how to film B-roll of yourself video. I walked out of the house filming a shot, forgetting the fact that I didn't have keys in my pocket, and then I was locked out of the house. Luckily, one of the building owners in this area actually has a universal key to get in all of our apartments, so I was able to just go over to their house and beg for mercy to get the key. So all things worked out in the end. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed part 2 of Weird But
Trustworthy. It's very good that they're able to have someone that has a universal key and they trust them. It's pretty good.
Genius things in Finnish homes, and hopefully you enjoyed getting a tour of the Hapoi residence
really good.
Again. It's freezing outside, so I'm gonna go jump back inside. Have a fantastic week.
You too. And you guys as well. Have a fantastic week wherever you are. I'm guessing most of you will be in Finland, some of you will be in Sweden, and elsewhere. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you later.